Good morning, everyone. I am really excited to be here. My name is Tigh Loughhead, the marketing director for a company called Elegrin Real Estate. Pardot marketing automation, powered by Salesforce, has allowed us to scale our marketing and our company to re-engage cold leads and build accountability and transparency between our marketing and sales teams. This on the screen here is one of the 10 or 15 of the complex multi-path drip campaigns we're currently running in Engagement Studio for Pardot. And I try to automate as much as I can in my life, in my home, and in business. And Pardot has kind of become the if this then that tool set for marketing. I've been working in marketing tech for a little over 8 years. I live and breathe marketing strategy when I'm not trying to run off somewhere in the world on a motorcycle. This is me at the track last year. I write for a blog called NY Ducati, and I'm riding up the coast for about 4 or 5 days after Dreamforce if anyone would like to join me. I'm also the marketing director for a company called Elegrin, a technology-facing real estate brokerage specializing in the luxury side of residential sales in New York City. Elegrin has expanded rapidly over the past 8 years, now with about 60 salespeople, who last year signed a little over $400 million in sales. This means our relatively small team was responsible for representing roughly 1.5% of the Manhattan real estate market, making our agents about 7 to 8 times more profitable than the average New York City real estate salesperson. We've generated about 35% growth last year, and our pipeline looks even bigger for next year. We consider this a direct result, not only of the quality of our team, but the fact that we have poured most of our revenue into marketing and technology development, including investing and customizing Salesforce and Pardot for our entire team. I think we're one of the first companies in our vertical to do so, at least so effectively. Building out complex multi-path lead nurture campaigns in Pardot has been the next step in the evolution of aligning our sales and marketing teams. Our keys to success have really been using Pardot to segment our Salesforce leads and clients, training to get everyone to see the value of how the product is working for them, and then crafting hyper-targeted drip campaigns built around buying criteria and friction points throughout the purchasing process. All of our agents use Salesforce, but historically they used it extremely inconsistently. While scalability and automation are probably two of the biggest buzzwords that you hear around the management team, real estate has typically not been a scalable business model. Overhead has always limited expansion as managing a group of independent contractors becomes exponentially difficult with a larger team. The root of this problem lies in the fact that everyone interacts with data differently, and previously there was no standardized operating procedure for client classification or workflows in our CRM. Elegrin hired me 2 years ago to run our marketing team with a real focus on lead generation, and while I have no problem spending the company's money, I quickly identified the largest opportunity for growth in leveraging our existing database and thinking about the entire business in terms of a lead ecosystem with a constant churn and no leaks in our funnel. on both the marketing and sales side. And what that meant is really diving into the entire lifetime of a client, from the moment a prospect first hears about the Elegrin brand to a long-term client transacting multiple deals with one of our agents. The 4 segments that we came up with in our marketing and within our sales funnel are as follows: the awareness stage, follow-up, nurture, and re-engagement. This sounds very simple, but our salespeople were extremely resistant to letting go of any part of what they saw as their business. So in the interest of transparency and communication, which, by the way, is vital for successful adoption, we run in-depth focus groups and numerous training sessions with our sales teams, educating them on how and why we're using marketing automation in Salesforce. In addition, we provide a comprehensive drip campaign directory on the back end of what we like to call the Elegrin info base, outlining each segment of our ecosystem, and that's what you're seeing on the screen right now. It's really a what, why, and how of each Engagement Studio campaign we're running, and every drip campaign is publicly available to the entire team. The directory outlines the rules that would enter a prospect into a specific lead nurture campaign, details about the drip, and really the fundamental business goal we're trying to accomplish with that segmented clientele. Engagement Studio uses 3 different methods to progress potential clients through an intuitive decision tree. You can see I've outlined these 3 methods, which are actions, triggers, and rules. In the center of the screen, you can see the first Engagement Studio campaign we launched back in about April, that since we have funneled about 1,200 people so far through the awareness stage. Basically, before this year, we weren't leveraging a huge portion of dormant leads we now consider prospects that were so low value we didn't even enter them into Salesforce, as no one really knew what to do with them. Hundreds of people had signed up for our website to view our content, but hadn't yet expressed buying intent in a particular property. The answer was really hooking up Pardot form handlers to our website, creating autoresponders, and handing these new prospects over to a newly created inside sales team to gather information about them, who then in turn handed off the warmer leads directly to agents just to set up appointments. Once the sales team, and this is the inside sales team, lost touch with the colder leads, those prospects were then funneled into a 5-part branded drip campaign demonstrating who Elegrin is as a company and pitching the competitive advantage of working with us. The goal of this campaign is to create rapport and engagement and build trust and interaction with a potential client and our brand. We began by building a dynamic list and reintroducing the prospect to our real estate search, which we feel is one of the main selling points on our website. You can see it's a very cool, dynamic email with a little bit about our product offering, and the message is personalized either from the company or the inside sales agent. When we then set up triggers to listen if the email had been opened or clicked, and the result was to add to their Pardot score, and after a week, we sent another email with the goal of demonstrating what our value is to the consumer. Our marketing team put together these great guides about the buying and the renting and selling process that were only ever previously handed out as a piece of physical collateral. We now host these guides on the website, and this is really the beginnings of how we started to think about an inbound marketing strategy. Each hyperlink is tracked and includes custom scoring metrics, and the links, I believe, are custom redirects, and prospects who clicked on any of these are tagged and added to lists for future follow-up. Again, for the next step, we set triggers to listen for opens and clicks. And when you click on this little letter icon, you have robust email reporting stats to your fingertips. You can see the number of prospects who funneled through the drip, how many people opened the email, click-through rate, etc. The third email preview in the campaign highlights our product offering as Allergan specializes in new construction. We've done a number of deals in each of these buildings, and we're really showing off our niche expertise and experience. The fourth email is really about us as a company and what we believe. Allergan's mission statement outlines our core values, our philosophy, and how working with our company is really different than working with any other real estate firm. Finally, the last step was a data-driven approach to drive the message home about our market expertise. We recently compiled a market report of price per square foot growth increases in Manhattan over the past 10 years, broken down by neighborhood. We're actually building this industry knowledge into a much more robust content piece, and we're really showing our expertise in technology from a data analysis perspective and how we can leverage that expertise to hopefully help you as a consumer. The final step in this campaign was to reassign a prospect based on their Pardot score. High-scoring clients were recycled back into inside sales, while the rest were junked for now. Hopefully, by the end of that campaign, we would have demonstrated enough of our capabilities and built trust so that a consumer would have responded to an email, or kept the brand in front of them enough so the prospect would have come back to our website to search for properties and hopefully convert, but if not, add to their Pardot score so we can segment our database between engaged and unengaged consumers. The result of this campaign was within a week of launching, we immediately had 5 apartment showings, one which resulted in a $5,700 commission from a rental, and another about a $30,000 commission on roughly about $1 million sale. This was not a bad week's work, and ever since we've been warming up dormant leads using this program that we never would have touched otherwise, using a totally automated solution. I'd like to thank you for listening to me today. I'd be happy to chat at any time. You can find me pretty easily online, and I'd be happy to show anybody the details or inner workings of any of the campaigns I built or the multiple different campaigns we have running live in Pardot Engagement Studio. Thank you very much.